Speed Force Racing. It's round 7. I'm joined by Joe. I'm joined by Adam, Jack, and Noah.
How are we doing, guys?
I'm alright.
Right. The reason why we've got Noak and Lord JB in is just because Lord JB was driver of the day in Spain, and due to me being solo comms last week, couldn't really get him in and fit him in. So we're going to have him in this week, and Noak was also driver of the day last week in Monaco. So great job there, guys. So we'll go to Noak first, but it's going to be the same question. With your performances creeping up and other drivers starting to notice your performances, does that spur you on for this race being such a tough track?
Oh no, definitely. I expect a really tough challenge. I think last week I was a bit lucky with some people having problems because Monaco is such a tactical track, but I think in Canada it'll be much closer.
Jack?
I don't know. Spain I did no practice on whatsoever, and coming into Canada I've done hardly any practice either. So it could be a Spain performance or it could be a Monaco performance, which admittedly was absolutely awful from me. It's going to be a close race. I think the mid-pack is going to be a good place to watch out for. But it'll be interesting to see how much you two win by Noak.
Right, guys, good luck for today's race. Hopefully it doesn't rain for you, but you never know, it could spice things up.
Cheers. I could do with some bit of rain right now.
Yeah, I bet you could, Jack. Well, good luck, guys. Have a good one.
Cheers.
So, quite interesting to hear from both drivers there. So, what do you take from their thoughts there, Peter?
Yeah, well, I think, yeah, Jack, sorry, I'm wrong with the names tonight for some reason. Yeah, so, yeah, Jack hardly did any practice, as he said, and yeah, well, when you hardly do any practice, then you can come out on top with some rain, and yeah, a lot of drivers doesn't do this or a lot of practice in the rain because yeah, it's just the rain and you expect to race in dry conditions as everyone else, I think. But yeah, you can go your race can go pretty badly if you don't do practice, I think. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I definitely think it's you know, give it a couple of hours practice a day and you can nail the track, because some tracks are really tough, like Canada is a tough track, especially the Wall of Champions, which, you know, is a very, very tough punishment if you get the chicane wrong.
Yeah, you can lose easily a front wing or if you run into the wall pretty heavily, then you can just DNF and that's your race done.
Peter, would you like to send out one last round of invites for us, please?
Yes, of course.
So while Peter's doing that, we'll just go through the top 5 in the championship. So the Premier Division Championship for the drivers goes. First is Noak, he's on 111 points. Second is Fletcher Boy, he's on 105 points, so 6 points behind Noak. So a tight battle is ensuing between these two, with Cliffy trying to get involved as well on 65 points. Only had 3 races though, 2 wins in them 3 races. So he's got some skill to him, so he should be able to challenge the top 2 very, very soon. Humbug is on 64 points, and 5th is Techno Thriller, current champion, on 58 points currently. So the constructors is Too Fast For You are on 176 points. 9 Inch Males are on 149 points. Nor English Racing are on 94 points. 4th are the Tomatoes on 78 points, and 5 is Clitty Clitty Bang Bang and on 46 points. So I don't know, looks like the driver's going to be quite tasty going on to the next few races, between with Cliffy trying to climb up the table.
Yeah, definitely. If Cliffy wants to make a run back for the title, then he needs to put in awesome performances like he has been doing so far in this season. But remember, he missed out 2 races. I believe it was 2. Was it all? it was 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, so he joined in Russia and he's won the Grand Prix in Russia, and then he won in Spain, which was a spectacular battle between Novak and him, but he came out on top. But this time, last week, he was just having a little bit of a trouble, and Novak won the race easily, and he came home in 3rd place. So he needs to do, I think, just a little bit more better job if he wants to make that way to the top.
Yeah, that final push, he just needs to kind of maybe get more consistent.
Just calm it down and don't overreact to things. I think he has pretty much experience now in his career, and it seems like he's not the guy who will throw it away if he's in a difficult situation. So I expect him to take the championship lead inside 7 rounds. I'm not sure about who will win the title, but I expect him to take the championship lead inside 7 rounds.
Okay, interesting there from Peter. So the Canadian Grand Prix is a favourite of mine. I'm not sure about you, Peter. Do you like the track?
I really like the track. It's flowing, and it's a pretty quick track. Obviously, not a lot of corners. I think there is only like 3 or 4 corners, which is pretty hard to master. The first complex, which is turn 1 and 2, then the chicane afterwards, and then the other chicane, and the hairpin, and of course the final chicane, which will lead up to the Wall of Champions and the main street. Yeah, so those are the corners to watch out for during the race, I believe. And another thing to watch out for is that Cody's are pretty harsh on the corner cutting stringency around this track.
That's so true. Very tough on a few tracks on the calendar, and Canada is one of them. We've got some information from our little pit guy, Jonas Kravitz. He's saying it's an easy one stop. Ultra soft to the soft tyres is probably most likely, but you can do ultra soft to the super soft, but you're going to have to be very gentle on the tyres. Now, would you go for the ultra soft to the soft tyres?
Well, it just depends on your strategy. Where to begin? Everything depends on the track position, the incidents you're gonna get involved in after the start. But I would try to do the one stop and the fastest one stop available. If you remember last season, Tia Sodem wanted to do the one stop, but couldn't do it because of the safety cars, and actually he's done 15 laps on the ultras and then wanted to do 20 only on the supers. So I think that will be the fastest strategy around this circuit tonight.
Okay, brilliant. So who's your pick for pole position?
My pick for pole position would be SFR Josh Fletcher. What's yours?
I'm going to go for Cliffy. I think he had a little bit of a down week last week, even though he still scored some decent points. But I think he's going to come back and get pole position this week.
Well, I think there are 4. Yeah, in my opinion, there are maybe 5 real contenders for the pole position tonight, which are Josh, Honey Badger, Cliffy, Novak and Mace. These are my top 5 favorites to get pole position tonight, but you know, anything can happen.
Yeah, that's it. I'm sure we're still waiting for Honey Badger to have a clean race. Now, I'm not too certain on that. So we are. Okay, so it'll be interesting if we do get that, because he does have the pace Even SFR Josh Fletcher said he's got the same pace as me. So that's impressive, but I don't think we've seen the true pace of Honey Badger yet.
Definitely, we saw he's capable of doing good qualifyings, but we haven't seen him getting to the podium this season because of his ultimate bad luck.
So Lord JB going provisionally first, beaten by TJ Honest now, 112.0 for TJ Honest.
Josh, pretty good lap.
Oh, 110.561, so that is the fastest lap currently of qualifying, with 110.561 for SFR Josh Fletcher.
I talked to Josh and he said he wanted to do a 10-2 or a 10-0 banker.
Oh, Noak's gone faster at 110.259, so laying the gauntlet down.
So that's what Josh wanted to do as a banker. A 110.2, and yeah, I think there will be a 109 for pole position. And looking at Honey Badger, he's 4th on a set of super softs.
We've got currently on screen is Cliffy. So he's on the super soft tyres, so do you expect him to maybe go against the other drivers and go for this slightly harder tyre?
Well, it's a pretty good first sector from him. And yeah, definitely he can... I think he can challenge Chopper on this type of tyre.
Okay, so it's quite an interesting 7 minutes left of the session. Noak set down his battle plan going a 110.259. Josh did do an impressive time until Noak beat it less than 10 seconds later. We're going to see if Honey Badger can improve, because he did set the time on the super soft, so hopefully he'll go on the ultras and improve that time slightly. There we go through last chicane. Cliffy is going to go across the line now.
It's a good lap.
Oh, it's not. But look at that, he's on the super soft and he's got exactly the same time as Josh on the ultra soft tyres.
Yes, I think Josh has made a mistake on his first lap, because he's done a 196 in time trial, which is ridiculously fast. So yeah, and he said he would be a fool if he wouldn't make the 19s.
So do we expect the 19s to happen in this session, or is it just not going to happen?
I definitely expect the 19s to happen.
Are we just talking about maybe Noak, Josh and Cliffy?
Well, I don't think Cliffy or Honey Badger can make it on supers, because it would be awesome, or like out of this world. But look at Cliffy, he is trying to improve, and that's a better lap.
Cliffy going second there, so even faster than Josh, who's on the ultra soft tyres. So Cliffy's got a ton of pace in him. If he can get round in time, he should be able to fit another set of tyres on if he wishes to. Maybe go for the ultra soft, but that'd probably just be him probably going against his game plan. He probably wants to start the super soft, who's quicker at the end of the race.
Yeah, and the question is, if these two, Cliffy and Honey Badger, start on the supers, would they make the reserve strategy, like the reverse strategy, like supers at the beginning and ultras in the end with a light car, because you're gonna start off a race with a heavily loaded car.
Yeah, that's it. So the performance increase that he will get if he starts on the super softs is going to be quite a lot compared to maybe like the drivers that are on super soft tyres.
Because of the lighter car.
Honey Badger's fitted the ultra softs to his car, so it looks like he's going to have another run out. So go with the top 10 currently. It's Noak in first, provisionally second is Cliffy third, SFR Josh Fletcher Honey Badger fourth, SFR Chopper is fifth, Humbug sixth, the Gaul is seventh, Peds is eighth, Linell is ninth, and TJ Honest is 10th currently. But a few drivers yet to go out to get another timed lap down, and it's coming close to the point where they're going to have to decide if they want to make that extra run.
So right now, who do you see taking pole?
Cliffy, I think, if he comes out, but I'm going to stick with Cliffy. He's still sticking with Josh?
Yes, definitely. I don't think Cliffy or Honey Badger would come out, because their places, well, Cliffy's place is basically secured. I think, yeah, maybe he will drop down to third place, but if Josh makes an improvement. But yeah, third place on one set of harder tires, it's awesome.
So why we just see what Raikkonen 2014 is going to do with his lap time is on the ultra soft. Let's just see, he's going to cross the line now. He does a 1 minute 11.225.
Yeah, but
it must have been validated because it's not updated the time.
It must have been invalidated.
So the top drivers are all sitting in the pits, but Cliffy has fitted the ultra soft tyres. So we're going to go and see if any of the top guys are going to start leaving the pits soon, because they're running out of time.
Yeah, Josh is leaving. Oh, yeah. Nowak and Josh are, and Cliffy as well. So Cliffy is leaving on ultras. Nowak stayed, and Josh is in the pits too.
So Cliffy on the ultra soft tyres, so he is expected to go into the 1 minute 9s. It will be probably the high 1 minute 9s, but still impressive pace.
1 minute 9.7. I think he can do it.
Okay, so there we go. The Mercedes driver, the Mercedes team are actually doing really well in the constructors now. When you've got a pairing of Cliffy and Noak, you know you've got a serious challenger for the constructors championship.
And well, I think Cliffy will do a 1.97, Josh will do a 1.99, and Nowak will do a 1.98. These are my expectations.
Let's see if Peter's got the psychic connection and he gets these results. So Nowak is also coming out.
Honey Badger is out on the ultras.
So we are going to go and ride on the T-Cam of Cliffy's Mercedes, while Peter, if he doesn't mind, will run us through the next lap.
Definitely. So he's starting his lap right now. Going to a pretty hard first complex. Yeah, second gear. Important, the acceleration is pretty important around here. Then a downhill chicane, which is pretty hard, unsettles the car. And going up towards the end of the first sector, and yeah, I can't really see the new sector time because of a glitch, but that's just Codemasters. Then it's quite a long back straight with another chicane, and then we're coming up to the hairpin, the end of the second sector. First gear, shifting up to second on the exit. Important to get a good exit because it's the longest straight on the track coming up right next. And then the Wall of Champions, you have to be close to it, just like that. He touched it a little bit, but that's a 1.95 actually. 1.95.
Been invalidated.
Yeah, it must have been invalidated because it was a 1.95. And oh my goodness, look at Josh.
Look at that, that is absolutely insane. So Cliffy and Josh exactly the same time. That is amazing. So it just shows you the caliber of the drivers able to do the same amount of time over quite a an interesting and tricky track.
And Nowak is still on. Oh, and he made a bit of a mistake into the hairpin. But he's got pole position. And maybe Honey Badger is still on his lap. I think yes. But first let's see Nowak. Good exit. And that's a 1.98. Yes.
Honey Badger pits.
So I called it. Nowak got the 1.98.
Yeah, so Cliffy there, he must have invalidated his lap because he didn't improve at all. So will he start on the... It'll be on the super soft tyres if he's invalidated the lap.
I think it's better for him because he's showed his pace. And he will be starting on the... on a set of super soft tires and yeah. Front row. Important. And Chopper also 4th. Nice job.
Yeah, definitely a great job by the driver. So Mercedes AMG lock out the front row of the grid. It's going to be very, very tricky for the likes of Josh Chopper to try and attack him, because these drivers are extremely quick at the start of the races.
And I think Josh is pretty happy right now because yeah, he set out to do at least a 1.9, high 1.9.
So and yeah, nice dry race, which is positive.
Yeah, and as a driver, it's yeah, it can be pretty bad if you set a goal out for yourself and you cannot achieve it.
Yeah, that is true. But it's also putting maybe a bit too much pressure on your shoulders going into the race.
Yeah, well, yes, because you haven't achieved your goal and then you have to overwork now. So, who's your pick to win the Grand Prix now?
I'm going to go with Cliffy once again. How about you, Peter?
Cliffy. Well, yeah, I think it will be a pretty tactical race. The two Mercedes drivers are starting from the front row, but on different strategies, so I expect Nowak to run away at the beginning and then Cliffy to come back at him. So I definitely right now I cannot call the winner of the Grand Prix.
So we will just run through the grid order before the lineup to start the race. So first on the grid is Nowak, second Cliffy, third SFR Josh Fletcher, fourth SFR Chopper, Honey Badger is fifth, sixth Humbug, seventh TJ Honest, Lee Nell is in eighth, ninth is the Galt, Peds is in 10th, TTL Maze is 11th, Lord JB is 12th, Gaming Things 13th, Uzi 14th, S-Graham 15th, Smelly Badger 16th, Brikenham 2014 is 17th, and 18th is BDSJ Rios. So it's going to be quite interesting about at the front and also midfield as well. Quite a few talented drivers in between each other, so it's going to be quite an interesting and tactical battle going forward. But I suppose two halves of the race going forward for two halves of the grid.
Yeah, and right now I expect Honey Badger to get his first podium of SFR. He definitely deserves a good race now, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get that that clean race start so we can get some decent laps in and try and challenge some of the guys. Maybe just throw his hand into the driver's title. It's still young. It's still a young championship.
Yeah, it's a 20 race season once again. So yeah, we'll be. Yeah, you have if you're racing in the front every race, then you have to be thinking about the championship.
So we've got 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. A long wait there. And they're off. Nowak getting a great start. Looks like
Josh,
Cliffy did too. Look at Josh, he's trying to have a little run on Cliffy.
And that will be important.
They're giving each other space.
Yeah, that would be so important for Josh to get Cliffy out of the way now, because he's on slower tires.
So yeah, Josh is trying to make a move on the back of the Mercedes driver Cliffy. It's being left a little bit by his teammate Nowak. Already 9/10 of a second gap between them, only a third of the way through the lap.
And watch out for those corner cuts, because they will come easy.
Looks like Humbug got disqualified from the session, unable to race, so that's not the best of results for him.
Unlucky.
Honey Badger's still in 5th place, so he's going to try and make a move on Chopper anytime soon.
And if Cliffy can stay in the toe of Nowak for 3 laps, which wouldn't be easy, but if he can manage to do that, then he can defend from Josh, because he will get the RS too.
Lord JB is pitting very, very early there, so he must have maybe lost a bit of his wing there. So it's going to put him in a tricky place for strategy, going lap 2 into the pits already.
Oh, unlucky for Lord JB. Yeah, he mentioned it in the pre-race talking, that this race will be either this or either Spain for him.
Good Gort getting past Peds. Gort and Peds having a interesting tense battle in for 8th and 9th position. We'll go and have a look at that battle right now. There we go. So yeah,
still in the inside.
Peds is trying to make a move on the Gort. Gort's gone on the outside, Peds going on the inside. They're going to go drag it down now. He's going to get a nice toe off him as Peds from the Gort.
It's a funny name.
It is, yeah. So look at this on the T-cam of Peds, 9th place for the Toro Rosso driver, following in him through to the chicane. Both getting a good exit there. Looked like the Gort had a slightly better exit. He's going to follow him all the way down though. So DRS is enabled now, lap 3 out of 35. Nowak is first, Cliffy second. Josh is following Cliffy very closely, but we're just on board. On screen with Peds at the moment. He's chasing down the Gort. It looks like a great battle between these guys.
Yeah, and don't forget the question of the day.
Oh yeah, there we go. I nearly forgot that. So, Jacques Villeneuve never won the Canadian Grand Prix. Name his best finishing position and the year that he got it. Let us know on the YouTube comments, and we will tell the viewers at the end who has got it right, if any.
Yeah, maybe we can wait and ask the top 3 about this.
Yeah, that'd be quite interesting. Yeah, we'll see about that. So Lee Nell is hot on the heels of TJ Honest, the McLaren Honda driver chasing down the Ferrari driver. We will go on board now. Look at this. He's going to have DRS wide open. He's going on the inside of TJ Honest. Is TJ Honest going to try and get that back? Oh, a little lock up by Lee. Yeah, TJ Honest going wide.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit too aggressive from Lee, but that was nothing he could do, because he locked up, and and now Peds is here. So TJ Honest lost a lot of places.
Yeah, it looked like a lead locked up slightly, and then it put TJ Honest into a position where he had to change his racing line. He had to go wide, and then it's built up where he's lost a couple of positions from it.
Yeah, but it was just, I think it was just a racing accident.
Yeah, definitely. Clean racing.
Yeah, a bit too aggressive, but it was still within clean.
So on screen is SFR Josh Fletcher. He started third, is still third. He'll be getting quite frustrated since Cliffy is on the super soft tyres, with Josh starting on the ultra soft tyres.
And Cliffy is not falling away from Nowak at the moment, which is interesting to see, to say the least.
I think
also
wasn't it in Spain where Cliffy dropped back by a few seconds to Nowak and then attacked him that way?
well, in Spain, Cliffy led the race. Oh no, he climbed back up because he made a mistake at the beginning. No, he was Russia. Sorry. No,
Russia. Oh, disqualified. Is Peds going the wrong way? Yeah, that's unfortunate. The game does that sometimes. If you spin out, try and get back. That's not great for him. So that's 2 drivers disqualified from the race. Peds and Humbug out of the race. Peds was having a great little battle there as well. Humbug trying to get onto the back of Chopper. Honey Badger, yeah. Honey Badger is really getting close now. He's going to have DRS wide open. Now, as he goes over the activation points, we go on the T-cam. Look at the speed. Let's see if we're going to get overspeed on Chopper. It looks like Chopper's just maintaining the gap. Not close enough for
Cliffy.
Honey Badger.
Cliffy. Oh, when he hit the wall. Oh, that was... Yeah, Chopper just hit the wall and then Honey Badger had nowhere to go but into him. And Cliffy has... and Josh has a 3-second time penalty for themselves. And Jade has.
So, as we mentioned by Peter early in the stream, the stewards are very tough around here on the game. Cody's has kind of made it a bit undrivable in some places, but look at this. Honey Badger trying to get past SFR Chopper there, and he does the move.
I think what happened is Josh let him a little bit go, because yeah, it's...
Chopper's hit the wall.
That was pretty unlucky because he was correcting the mistake, but the wall was there. Yeah, it's a street circuit, or... well, kind of a street circuit. I'm not gonna say it's a street circuit because it's not, but...
Okay.
But you know what I mean. It's very tight.
I think we could be having an issue with the lobby at the moment.
Because of why?
Maze and Jade have disconnected.
Yeah, Jade has disconnected. And Maze DNF'd.
Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that.
And then disconnected.
So let's go through a rundown. Lap 7 out of 35. First Noak. Cliffy is 2 seconds behind him. A further second behind him is SFR Josh Fletcher. Honey Badger getting a move done on SFR Chopper. Just only a lap ago. In 4th place, SFR Chopper 5th. The Galt 6th. Lee now is 7th. You got Tidianis 8th, Uzi 9th, and Raikkonen 2014 is in 10th position. But he's trying to make a move on Uzi. Let's see how Uzi's going to make this. Keep his position really. He's always going to try and go on the inside with Raikkonen going on the outside. So let's see what he's going to be able to do. We're going to go on board the T-cam. Looks like Uzi is having a bit of lag there. Let's see how Raikkonen's going to deal with this. Uzi goes to the inside, Raikkonen to the outside. Is he going to brake a little bit later to try and get past the Renault driver? He does. A nice move there by Raikkonen 2014, going from 10th to 9th position.
And the Gort is 6th, which is pretty good from him.
Graham in 13th position. He's trying to make a move on Smelly Badger, and he's got the move done. So Smelly Badger loses that position with a great move by S. Graham going into turn 1 there. Go on board. Uzi.
Smelly Badger has a front wing damage, actually, which I think doesn't really help him.
Yeah, the right hand side has got some wing damage there.
So the lead is starting to stabilize here, I think. Nowak is first, Cliffy is second, but on a set of harder tires. Then followed by Josh Fletcher, and about the same gap between Cliffy and Nowak, and Cliffy and Josh. And then it's a little bit bigger gap between Josh and Honey Badger. It's 6 seconds. And Chopper is 5th.
Yeah, the field is a little bit spread out now, all within a couple of seconds of each other. But it's going to be an interesting tactical game of when Noak will be pitting, and he's got to bear in mind that Cliffy will go on the ultra soft tyres from the one-stop strategy. He should be quite quick at the end.
Yeah, and you saw that lap, a 195. So Noak will have to defend, I think. Or, yeah, well, don't forget that Noak will come into the pits earlier, and then we'll have a tire advantage. Because he will have fresher tires, and that means he will have actually he can have quicker times. So I think there will be like a 4-second gap between Cliffy and Noak when both made their pit stops.
Okay, so Uzi has left the session.
Yeah, Pads has left it now. Yeah, Uzi.
Raikkonen makes the move on TJ Arness. Okay, we are maybe having a bit of a problem with the session. We're just going to see if it's affecting it. We'll just try and get back to you on that, because it looks like a lot of people are disconnecting.
Well, right now Cliffy is attacking Noak.
Let's try and get that back. Here we go. Yes. So he's gonna start his attack now on Noak. Noak's tyres will probably be suffering a tiny little bit from tyre wear. This is the ideal time for Cliffy to try and attack. We will ride on board the T-Cam with him, going over the start-finish line to start lap 11 out of 35. Cliffy very, very close now to Noak.
So, mentally, who do you think is the strongest out of the top 3 in the championship right now?
I think Noak's been there and experienced tough battles going from last season, so I think he'll be more adapt to handle a situation like this. But look at Cliffy, he's all over the back of Noak.
Yes.
He's going to try and make a move now. He's gone to the outside, while Noak will hug the inside going into this chicane now. Look at that now, Noak gets the inside and he keeps that position. Cliffy's got to try a little bit harder to get past his teammate.
Do you see a teammate crash in the clouds?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. Maybe not at this race, but it will happen. There's this scene with the Red Bulls in Baku. It happens to the best of them.
Yeah, it came to my mind for the first time in Spain, where they were pretty close, and yeah, they kept it clean. But it's it's pretty hard to keep it clean throughout the whole season.
Oh, Honey Badger!
If you're battling with someone.
Oh, Honey Badger's lost it at the Wall of Champions.
Oh. Yeah, the Wall of Champions. Oh, and wow. That was a driver mistake then. That's pretty unlucky.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate for him. We were still waiting for that one clean race where we'll get to see his true potential. Cliffy is now less than 5 tenths of a second between him and Noak. He's going to get DRS activation, so as soon as he goes onto that back straight, he will get a nice little boost of about 15 to 20 kph.
Yeah, Noak needs to go to like lap 15, I think, if he wants to make the super soft work. But his accelerations are a lot worse now than Cliffy's.
Both taking the last chicane very nicely, but you can tell the tyres are in a better condition for Cliffy as he gets better drive away from the final corner.
Yeah, look at Cliffy, his exits are a lot better than Noak's. Because of the tyre wear, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. SFR Chopper is pitting pitting on lap 13 out of 35, so is he just a few laps shy of maybe getting the one stop to work perfectly?
Yeah.
He's going on the soft tyres, so he's making it work.
Yeah, and he's changing front wing because he had that contact with the wall, if you remember, a few laps ago.
And look at this, Cliffy is all over the back of Nowak. Nowak is going to try and defend the best he can, but his tyres are now suffering, screaming in pain of the tyres, no grip left. Let's see if Cliffy can take advantage going down the back straight.
It's awesome to see these guys battling. It's awesome to see these guys battling.
Look how early Nowak's defending. Halfway down the straight, Nowak starts defending. He knows his tyres are suffering. Look, Cliffy getting a better drive off the last corner. He's all over the back of Nowak. DRS wide open. I think it's just a little bit too late to try and make a move into turn 1, and he respects his teammate by not dive bombing. So SFR Josh Fletcher pitting now, lap 14 out of 35.
And I think Nowak is starting to feel the pressure now. Really. Yeah, Josh is on the soft tires, and I expect Josh to finish in P3 if he doesn't make any mistakes, because yeah, P3 is pretty much safe for him and guarantee.
These guys are having an intense battle. There is battles further down the field, but we will just stick with these two teammates and championship contenders going at it. And look at that exit. Cliffy is all over the back of Nowak. Nowak can only try and position his car the best he can. Look at that, Cliffy trying to get the undercut on him. Oh, brilliant move. Go on, make it happen.
Yeah,
and he's going to have DRS as well, and he's got the move done.
Yeah, but yeah, Nowak will have the toe.
Oh, look at Nowak, he's trying to beat him to the corner. Oh, look at that, he's cut off.
Oh,
and he's pitting.
I thought he would run into the back of him.
That was so close between teammates. We nearly had the teammate incident.
Yeah, for 1 second, the Red Bull collision came into my mind.
God, that was crazy. So now it goes on the super soft tyres. So you did say lap 15 to make them work.
Yeah, and now both have to push really hard.
So we expect lap 20 for Cliffy to pit to get onto the ultra soft.
Yeah, that would be optimal. But then he would have to do the overtake again, I think. Oh, and it touched the wall. Luckily for him, there is no damage, I think.
Yeah, car looks in great condition, so Nowak very lucky to escape.
And look at Josh. He's only 3.4 seconds behind Nowak, and he's only made the pit stop on the last lap, on the previous lap as Nowak, actually. And yeah, he gained about 1.5 seconds.
TJ Honest get a 3 second tyre penalty. That will be corner cutting. Lee now is chasing down TJ Honest, so TJ Honest is feeling a bit of the pressure there.
Yeah, they had a moment earlier.
Look at that McLaren Honda driver all over the back of the Ferrari. Ferrari goes through the chicane very nicely. Lee now still following very closely. He's going to get his DRS activated, ready for the back straight. Is he going to try and make his move before then? No, he has a little bit of a lock-up. Still makes the apex of the corner. Still nicely controlled through the corner. Great traction by both cars. It's going to have DRS going right behind TJ Honest. He goes to the left. He's made the move. He's going to keep it, hopefully. Yeah, TJ Honest is going to follow him through now. Very, very close though. Both escaping the wall of champions for another lap at least.
Yeah, and TJ Honest, I think with the experience here, not to go around the outside of Lee, because Lee locked up the last time, and I think TJ Honest lost like 3 positions thanks to that.
Yeah, it's a shame Techno Thriller, our current champion, unable to make the race tonight, which is a shame because it just gives him less opportunity to defend his championship.
I think that's out of the question now that there will be a new champion, because yeah, Techno has not showed up in like 3 races. Like once he had the connection issue they had another connection issue.
Oh, look at that SFR chopper. Sorry, Pete, he's all over the back again. He thinks going down the back straight, and it's a move completely done, sealed. And
Not yet. It's done. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, Uzi will relinquish 6th position.
And Raikkonen is 4th.
Yes, Raikkonen's having a great race. I'm not sure if he has to pit again though.
Yeah, he has to, but the GOAT is 5th and he has made his pit stop and he's on the soft tyres.
Yeah, Gort, a reserve driver for Red Bull Racing, coming in and having quite a solid performance, 5th in his debut race, so a promising driver.
Definitely, and just getting back to Novak and Cliffy, the gap after the pit stop was 16.6 seconds, and now it's 13.6.
Crazy. Novak is on a charge of 1 minute 12.9. Just
yeah, because he knows that he has to defend a position. He will have to defend a position later on in the race, so he has to push now to build as much gap as possible.
Yeah, Cliffy needs to start building a bigger gap. He's losing a lot of time to Noak at the moment. It's going to be tough for Cliffy because Noak's on the newer tyres. He's going to have such a huge performance over Cliffy, but Cliffy's still a couple of laps shy, I think, from making his pit stop.
Yeah, I think maybe next lap or the lap after would be optimal to make the pit stop. But yeah, Novak is just a lot quicker, and yeah, we all remember Novak started to feel the tire wear at around lap 10 it was, so 10 laps into the stint the tire degradation has kicked in, and Cliffy will need to gain time on Novak, a lot of time, to climb back behind Novak. Then he will need to make the overtake and then pull away because he has a 3-second time penalty too.
Wow, look at the time difference now between Cliffy and Novak, 11.4 seconds. Novak is just setting super fast sector times and clawing that gap, trying to get Cliffy in his sights, maybe put Cliffy a bit under pressure.
I think he's putting Cliffy under pressure, definitely.
What gap do you think would be between Novak and Cliffy where Cliffy is maybe just a bit overdone his strategy and he should have pitted a little bit earlier? Say if it gets to 5-6 seconds, and that's danger zone.
Yeah, that's danger zone because the tire wear will kick in, so it will be pretty hard to not to push, to push and not kill your tires.
Lord JB is catching, gaining things up. The Haas driver is in 10th place at the moment. He had an early pit stop on lap 2 of the race. He's 8/10 of a second behind Gamey. Thinks he's going to try and make a move, maybe down the back straight. Hopefully we will get a move done before the chicane, or it will be Jack trying to have a little bit of a move later on going to turn 1 for
Jack is 10th after being last. That's a nice recovery drive from him.
Yeah, definitely. So Jack is going to follow Gamey for a few more corners. Cliffy and Noak, the gap is now under 9 seconds, so it's getting to that point where Cliffy's going to have to make a decision.
Pits. Yeah.
There we go, he's pitting, so he'll be going on the ultra softs. Is that right, Peter?
Yeah, if he has, yeah, he is going on the ultras, and there goes Novak. So there will be quite a lot of gap between them. Yeah, I think like 5-6 seconds. And also Josh has overtaken him.
That's going to be tough to get past Josh. Cliffy's got a battle
Yeah.
in his hands and he's 2.4 seconds behind Josh.
Yeah, it's, as I see, it's like around 8 seconds. Now the gap between Novak and
Cliffy is going to be very rapid now.
Yes, he will be, definitely. But remember, 3-second time penalty. Plus, he has to overtake 2 pretty quick guys.
Lino,
Even though he had...
Lino up to 6, Raikkonen pitting.
Oh, and oh, nice battle. Wheel-to-wheel battle, actually.
Lino getting a 3-second time penalty. He's pushing hard, trying to get past Raikkonen 2014 after
yeah, look
pitting.
at Cliffy. Straight away behind Josh. I think Josh is surprised that Cliffy is behind him.
Switch
Oh
to
my
the battle.
goodness.
Cliffy is all over the back of SFR Josh Fletcher. McLaren
So
Honda
quick.
driver sticking in the centre of the track there.
Ooh. Very close.
Cliffy needs to get this move done very quickly. He's got his own strategy to work on.
Just let him go. Let him go. That was... Yeah, that was safe for both of them. Even though we want to see battles, but... You have to think long term.
So now Cliffy sets up his challenge to get Nowak 6.8 seconds between them. Cliffy is going to be extremely fast though, but Nowak his tyres ain't exactly done yet. They're not too shabby. Only what 5-6 laps to go that he pitted. The Galt getting a 3-second time penalty as well. Not going to help his 4th place aspirations.
Oh, Cliffy hit the wall. But yeah, car is okay.
So Cliffy is playing it, dicing it a bit too much with danger, and he's clipped the wall, but okay. Thanks Peter for the update. Lord JB, the Haas driver, is still chasing down Gamey Things, both on the soft tyres.
Yeah, we expect Cliffy to catch up to Novak around lap 29. I think that would be... Oh, and Novak with the 3-second time penalty.
So
now.
it kind of evens out now with penalties up front, so it's all on between Nowak and Cliffy. Cliffy now will see that pop up on his screen and he knows he's got a chance now of getting that win.
Yeah, now that makes things interesting.
Nowak will probably start to suffer with his tyres around lap 29-30. Ideal opportunity, as Peter said, for Cliffy to make his move. He's got to try and claw away at that time. A couple of attempts every sector should be enough to get him closer, but he's going to probably have to push a little bit harder.
Yeah, 5.9 seconds.
Lord JB still stuck behind Gamey Things, and he's all over the back of him. Is the Haas driver going to get a bit frustrated? He did want a bit of rain, as you heard from him in the pre-race chat. He didn't get it, but he's got the skill. Oh, as I say, that gets a 3-second time penalty. He's pushing extremely hard. We're going to go and see what Cliffy is up to. Is he managing to get that gap down at all? He is. He's on 5.4 seconds now behind Nowak on the ultra soft tyres. He's on a charge and he's after our German friend in first place.
Yeah, Cliffy and Nowak. Awesome drivers, but once again, it will. Yeah, I think this will be a showdown for the win.
Do you reckon the pace that Cliffy's on, the time he's behind Nowak, is he on course to get that battle near the end of the race?
Yeah, but the tire wear will be a big factor, I think, because yeah, if you look at Nowak and Cliffy, the tire wear will kick in for both at around the same time, because Nowak made an earlier pit stop, but his tires has a lot more durability than Cliffy's, who's made his pit stop a little bit later, but yeah, the durability is lower.
Oh, look at that, 1:11.836. Cliffy, current fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, he might catch up to Novak a little bit earlier than lap 29.
Lord JB and Gamey Things have been battling for a few laps now, and it's getting very interesting. 0.5 a second between them, and Chopper is trying to get involved with the Gault and try and get 4th place. Chopper getting a 3-second time penalty, so he's pushing extremely hard, a little bit too hard.
Yeah, but I think everyone has now a 3-second time penalty.
Let's see if Lord JB can try and make his move finally. Being frustrated behind Gamey Things. We've always said that Gamey Things is one of the best defensive drivers probably in the division. Here we go, up to the final chicane, and Lord JB is having a little look, but he's not going to get it done, but he's got a better drive out at the last corner. It's all over the back of Gamey Things. Let's see if he's going to make a move into turn 1. Oh, he's making it. He's dived, he's gone wide, he's kept out of the Force India.
That was a nice move.
Gamey Things getting a position back there. Dyson, it's going to be very tight through this corner.
Oh, they turn on each other.
There we go.
That was...
The Haas is still over the back of the Force India. He's going for another dive bomb there.
Yeah, and this time he got it.
Oh, and Gamey has hit the wall.
Yeah,
he's got a bit of front wing damage, so expect him to pit because he'll be on the soft tyres and he could attack Lord JB later in the race. He's hit the wall again.
Look at Chopper. Look at Chopper. Making a move.
Ooh, looks like the Red Bull driver nearly ran into the back of SFR Chopper, but a great move by Chopper, and the Gault will try and make a run back on into him.
And now Cliffy is only 2.5 seconds away.
So we'll just stick with the Gault, trying to get his position back from Chopper before we switch our attention to the battle between Cliffy and Noak. Teammates, both on different strategies during the race. Both will end up very close together in a few laps' time. So come on, the Gault, the Red Bull driver reserving tonight. He's still trying to get past Chopper. He lost his position just over a lap ago. 2.1 seconds now, the gap between Cliffy and Noak. Noak seems to kind of have the gap maybe balanced out now. Looks like tyre wear may have settled down, and 1.9, it's going very slow now, the gap decreasing between Cliffy and Noak. So let's go on board with Cliffy, who is on his charge for first position. You can see his teammate. You can see him going down the back straight. He's too far away for DRS. 1.6 seconds needs to be under that magic 1 second mark to get that added drive and overtaking aid. Some tracks it works, sometimes it doesn't. This track, it kind of gets you a couple of attempts closer, but it doesn't really help too much.
Yeah, now I think this overtake will be tougher than the first one.
So Lord JB did indeed have to put soft tyres on after maybe a bit of damage on lap 2, went from the ultra soft to the softs, and has now pitted for the ultra softs to finish the race on 7 laps to go. Lap 28 out of 35. Cliffy is 1.3 seconds behind Noak now. Teammates will be battling in any time within the next lap.
Yeah, and Raikkonen will catch up to the Gault too, I think.
Yeah, Raikkonen on the ultra soft tyres, Gault on the soft tyres. Gault putting an impressive performance debut drive for Speed Force Racing's Premier Division. And now Cliffy is so temptingly close to Noak. Still without DRS going down the back straight, he will get a little bit of a tow from his teammate in front, but it will be nowhere near to get close enough to try and attempt a manoeuvre. Will you expect Noak to defend quite hard for this position?
Yeah, and I really don't want to jinx anything, because I don't want to, and I want clean fighting between these guys, but it's just in the air. The crash is in the air, because these battles are getting pretty tense now.
Yeah, these guys, and their previous fight earlier on in the race was very, very close.
Yeah, but he was absolutely clean and beautiful to watch too.
Yeah, it just shows the skill level of the drivers. Doing amazingly well, 2 talented guys, and now Cliffy looks like he's on the attack.
Yeah, now this is getting interesting. Do you see Josh winning this race?
I think it's probably too much for Josh to get the first couple of positions. I think he's going to be having a lonely race in 3rd position, but it's still a podium place. I know the glitch with the lobby is showing Noak with ultra soft tyres, but Noak is on the super soft. And look at this, Cliffy is trying to make a move. Noak defends very, very hard there.
Around the outside. And yeah, Noak can go around the outside here.
Noak getting a better drive on the exit of that corner, but look at Cliffy. Still got a bit more performance to his side.
Yeah, nice move, but then we'll get back to him.
Look at the action. This is brilliant racing by these 2 drivers. They are very firm but fair.
Oh my goodness me. And maybe Cliffy will start losing grip, and then Noah can get back to him, because he's so close now. This is awesome.
Noah is going to have DRS. Look at these 2 drivers go. Teammates, but they are fighting for the championship. Both guys wanting it. They want to dethrone Techno Thriller.
Yeah, Noak is he can be still pretty relaxed if he comes home in 2nd, because he has a lot of points in total.
Does the pressure now switch to Cliffy?
No, it's on Noak, I think.
So Noak's still got a lot to do. Slightly older tyres than Cliffy, and of course he is on the super soft tyres as well. So Cliffy's going to have a couple more laps, I'd say, of performance over Noak, but then the tyre performance level should level out.
Yes, and I think this battle is getting to an end, and this track is maybe that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, that was a pretty big cut.
Yeah, because this can decide the race, and yeah, I think this one will.
So Noak is going to have to hope Cliffy exceeds the track limits, getting himself another time penalty, because that is his 3-second time penalty, where Cliffy only has the 1 penalty. So go back to question of the day quickly. Want your answers for Jacques Villeneuve never won the Canadian Grand Prix. Name his best finishing position and the year that he got it. Let us know on YouTube. 0.8 of a second now between Noak and Cliffy. Lord JB getting a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting as well. Gaming Things is right on the back of S. Graham, but we're going to stick with this battle. Let's see if Noak can stick to Cliffy. Oh, Cliffy's coming up to a lot of traffic now. This is going to help Noak.
Yeah, this can help Noak. But I think T-Johnny's will get out of the way. Ooh, he hit the wall, and yeah, he got out of the way though.
Looks like T-Johnny's got overexcited there, and as he was moving out of the way, he clipped the wall, damages in his front nose in the process.
Oh, and it's yellows in sector 3. Okay, it's over now.
Gaming Things is very close to S. Graham for the last points position of the race. Gaming Things is on an extreme charge now. He lost his positions during the race, but he's now maybe got a bit more tyre performance hidden, where he's taking it easy a little bit during mid-race, just so he can have a late attack for the last points paying position. Oh, he's making a move now on S. Graham. S. Graham trying to defend. There's a little bit of a touch. They both go wide. Gaming Things get a 3-second time penalty for that, which is a little bit unfair in my eyes. Yeah, not the best of manoeuvres by... Oh, that is a dangerous dive bomb. Corner cut by S. Graham. That is not the driving we want to see.
Yeah, that was dangerous, to say the least.
Yeah, not the best result there for both driver, but S. Graham's move are very, very ridiculous, to say the least.
Yes.
So has Cliffy done his job? Lap 33 out of 35. He is 1.5 seconds in front of Noak, but Noak has 1 3-second time penalty more than Cliffy.
Oh, and Josh with a penalty too.
So let's see what Cliffy is doing. Is he going to be taking it easy now, or do you reckon he'll still be pushing just because Noak? There's always a chance Noak will catch him, but there's always a chance Cliffy can get a penalty.
You cannot back off, yes, but you know, you're in the lead, you're in control. Faster tires. He seemed to be the faster guy today, so you just don't have to bottle it.
Noak did put a brave charge at Cliffy's door, but Cliffy seems to have just maybe strategically got it right. He comes through the last chicane, so Peter, would you guide us through the final lap of the Canadian Grand Prix round 7 of the Premier Division with Cliffy, please?
Yes, so yeah, Cliffy is going through the first complex, which is a pretty hard part of the track, in my opinion. And then the right hand chicane, the downhill chicane, is another difficult part. Then you come up to a little bit of a back straight, and yeah, Noak is just getting a little bit closer. But I think Cliffy has this, yeah, definitely, because Noak has another 3 seconds to add to his name. So I think Cliffy has this in the bag. Good exit to the back straight, and then only one chicane, which separates Cliffy from his 3rd win in 4 races, which is absolutely outstanding. Yeah, and he's done it. He's gonna take win number 3 of the season. Good job. And that's another one too.
Yeah, another Mercedes lockout both in qualifying and the race. Great job by Cliffy and Noak and SFR Josh Fletcher. We were looking aboard Lord JB and TJ Arness having a little battle right to the last moment. Lord JB coming out the benefactor there.
And just I want to mention Raikkonen, who is 5th, and that's a pretty strong drive in the midfield. Well, it's a top 5 finish.
Yeah,
in his first race.
Great drive. SFR Chopper comes over to finish the race in 4th position, with Raikkonen finishing. Raikkonen jumps into 4th. SFR Chopper 5th.
6/10.
6th for the lead now.
Yeah, and the GOAT is 7th.
So a great tactical race there by the top 2 drivers, with quite a few battles going down the midfield. An interesting Canadian Grand Prix. That was a great race for the Premier Division. A lot to take away from that. So we will hear from the drivers very, very shortly. If Peter, you could invite them in, please. So
yeah,
we'll
just
done. Do the rundown. Cliffy 1st, 2nd Noak, 3rd SFR Josh Fletcher, 4th Raikkonen 2014, SFR Chopper 5th, 6th the GOAT, 7th lead now Lord JB is in 8th, 9th TJ Arness Gaming Things 10th, S Graham 11th, 12th is Smelly Badger. They're all the cars that finished the race. So we're just awaiting the drivers to join us in for the driver interviews.
Yeah, and look at Raikkonen, he finished 4th, starting from 17th.
So fastest lap of the race did eventually go to Cliffy on the ultra soft tyres, of course, on his last stint, a 1:11.836. Noak's fast lap time of 1.12.709, and SFR Josh Fletcher's fastest at 1:30.049. So quite a pacey time set by Cliffy and Noak, which is going to await SFR Josh Fletcher. Another podium position for him. Does him well for the constructors, but when you've got the two Mercedes drivers getting 1-2s, it's going to be extremely tough for Josh Fletcher and Lee Nell to keep hold of the constructors championship. So we're going to wait for Josh. We'll start the driver interviews now. Peter, would you like to conduct these, please?
Yeah, first of all, congratulations guys and good evening. I want to start with you, Cliffy. We saw that you've done a 1:09.570 in qualifying, which was invalidated actually. So could you talk us through what happened and where did the invalidation happen?
It happened in Sector 1, the fast sort of right left sequence. On entry I just took a bit too much curb. Didn't actually get any time from it though, because my supers lap was I think a little bit better in Sector 1, but yeah, when that happened I just wanted to finish the lap and see what I could set, and you know, when I saw Noak set a 9.8 I was kind of disheartened because I obviously could have had pole, but yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, awesome lap, that was an awesome lap, yeah. And yeah, congrats for the win. And my other question is, was there really the best strategy for you to go and to start on the super softs and then go on the ultras and then finish the race on the ultras, or you wanted to start on the ultras and finish on the super softs like Noak did?
Ideally I would have done what Noak done. See, I wouldn't have gone out on ultras at the end if I didn't think that was the best strategy, but I knew that the ultras towards the end of the race were pretty good in terms of tyre wear and keeping the pace, so I knew I could sort of eke out the supers and let sort of Noak catch me by quite a lot of time, to be honest, but I knew I'd be able to make that time up, and I did, so yeah.
Yeah, good job. And yeah, Noak, are you happy with P2, or yeah, of course you wanted to win, but could you talk us through your race?
I don't even know. I mean, my race was so hectic, kind of like. Well, the first one of my main problems was I wasn't really looking after my tires. I was basically just shredding my rear tires, and the other problem was that yeah, that after the 6th lap, I think I already had 2 warnings. So that obviously wasn't ideal. But then, like again, you know, the most consistent drivers, you know, are the ones that end up winning. So. Yeah, I mean, congratulations to Cliffy. I think he was just faster today, but I mean, you can see that the gaps are always just very tiny, so it just comes down to small details.
Yeah. Better luck next time, and good job. And yeah, Josh, we talked earlier about you wanted to put in a 1.9 at least in qualifying. So were you upset about only managing to do a 1:20.3? It was actually, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't a good lap by me. In every practice session I've done today, I've done 9, so yeah, I was a bit disappointed with that. And then I absolutely destroyed my tyres on the first stint, so I didn't think the super softs would last to the end from lap 12, so I'll put the softs on, and yeah, just a pretty bad race. And I had 2 penalties as well, so it wasn't good. But yeah. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, better luck next time, buddy. And thank you.
Alright, guys, before you go, we're just doing the question of the day. So I'll just ask you guys if we can go Cliffy first, Noak, and then Josh answering. So, Jacques Villeneuve never won the Canadian Grand Prix. Name his best finishing position at the track and what year he got it.
Oh, man.
Madness.
Jesus. I have no idea. I have no clue whatsoever.
Noak?
No, mate, I have no clue. I've had a clue on your previous questions in your previous races, but like this one, I'm lost.
Josh?
No, I've no idea either, to be honest.
Alright, I'll give everyone the answer. So it was second place, and he got it in his debut year in '96. There we go. Something to take home with us. Alright, guys, thank you for the entertainment, and we'll see you next week. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So there we go, we've heard from the drivers. So as they leave the lobby, we'll reflect on a very interesting race, very tactical, like we say, between Noak and Cliffy. So your thoughts on the race, Peter?
It was an awesome race. Yeah, I think not we pretty good battles, but it was more of a tactical race for the most of the race. Throughout the most of the race, it was about tactics and strategy, not on-track racing. But we've got on-track wheel-to-wheel racing too, which is the most important thing about this sport. So I would rate this race for a strong 7 out of 10. What about you?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think the beauty of the race was the racing between Cliffy and Noak near the end of the race. It was just stunning. They were going inside out of each other, giving each other just about enough room so they don't cause damage to each other. It was brilliant driving.
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree with you. Yes.
We've got Baku next week. I love this track. We've got the extremely long, nearly 2 kilometer. I think it's new. Is it 2 km long? The start
Yes,
straight.
it is. Yes.
So
it is.
you've got guys with Cliffy and Noak's speed. Do you think we're going to get another extremely tight battle? Because it looks like it's going to be another one-stop race.
Yeah, and other than the battle, yeah, there will be, I think, tactical battle once again, and I expect Josh to get into the battle as well, because yeah, he seems to be struggling with his pace right now, just a little bit. Like he's won the Grand Prix in China, which was a pretty good race for him, but then since China he came home in 4th places twice and got 1 second place and 3rd again today, actually tonight, and yeah, I think he needs to pick up his pace just a little bit, but he said he was pretty upset about not getting the results he wanted, and I think he will come back stronger.
Yeah, I totally agree. A driver of his level should bounce back, and all it takes is his next win to set him up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and you know, Baku, if you make a mistake like Kimi Räikkönen did just on Saturday, he was purple in the first 2 sectors and then just made a mistake on the final, actually on the final out of the final corner, and lost a second in the back straight. Yeah,
it just shows you if you put the power down a little bit too early, you just can mess up the whole lap. So qualifying is going to be especially tougher, I suppose, to nail that perfect lap.
Yes, definitely, and yeah, the walls are extremely close again. So yeah, turn 8 is actually the tightest corner in Formula 1 now, with its 8 meters or something. So yeah, should be and must be a race to watch next week this time.
Okay, brilliant. We're going to end our stream for another week, so join us next week. It is 8:20 PM BST for the Baku Grand Prix. So yeah, Azerbaijan, that should be a good race. So from myself and Peter, good night, and catch us next week live.
Good night.